Welcome to Habits. I am your guide, Rachel L. Gary, and I help goal setters that are overwhelmed or burned out by providing a strategy that develops the CEO that is in you. And in today's episode, we're going to dive into the C, the E, and the O. Take an opportunity to get your pen out so you can make sure you get any tips that are going to be needed for you to build up that C, which is the person who has clarity in their actions. The E, the person who is empowered by your choices. And that O, the one who's taking ownership for your direction. So let's dive in. So as the CEO, growth starts when you take acceptance of the role as the CEO of your life. When you understand that nothing external of yourself is in control or can better your life more so than you. You are in the driver's seat. And today we're going to talk about the keys that allow you to drive the car towards your success. So we're going to start talking about clarity. What is being clear? And why is it important to be clear? Without clarity, you don't know where you're going. You have no idea how to get there because you haven't set a clear path. When you're looking to achieve anything in life, that's a new house, new car, new job, better tomorrow, a better quality of life. You have to have a clear direction in which you're going. Because when you're scattered, it doesn't allow you to hit the clear target and be in focus. So to give yourself the instructions, because that's what clarity does. It gives you the instructions of what are you looking to do.
Hey there, CEO. Don't forget to click that link and get your 7-day challenge. Remember, it's free. It's aligned with you being the person who has clarity in your actions, who's empowered by your choices, and who's owning your direction to be the CEO of my life.
So when you are writing down a goal, a thought, or where you want to be for your better tomorrows, you want to make sure that you are clear on what you want. And sometimes when you have clarity, you don't have a clear path in which to get there. And that's when you get more information, get assistance, so you can be able to take your vision to making it a reality. That's about being clear in what you want. When you are empowered by your choices, once you have that clarity of what you want to do, you can now you feel a lot more confident because you know what you want. Now all you're doing is stepping towards the direction of what you're looking to do. And that comes from you having clarity. It allows you to empower yourself to move forward. Ownership. So having ownership is once you have clarity and clarity of where you want to go, what direction you want to go in, and you are now empowered to move forward in that direction, you are now taking ownership of where you're going. Once you take the ownership, things that are outside of you, thoughts or people that are outside of you will no longer affect how you are moving forward. Let's take a second. Nothing outside of you is going to propel you forward, because the only people that you're going to have around you are people that are helping you move forward. The only activities that you're going to be concerned about are things that are moving you forward. The only things you're listening to, talking about, are things that are moving you forward. And then that's having a better relationship, spending more time with your family, or building a better life for your family. This is how you move forward, by having clarity, empowerment, and taking ownership. So let's dig into clarity. So when you are writing that goal down, as we stated about being clear about what you want, sometimes when you write down that goal, you have to really get to your whys. So I say, ask yourself 5 times why. So let's say we'll say You want a new car. Why? Because I don't like the old car. Why? Because it gets terrible gas mileage. Why? Because it's an older car and I haven't done any repairs. Why? Because I didn't have the money at the time those repairs were needed. Why? Because I had other things that took priority. Why? You'll dig all the way down to the real reason you want that item. Now, as you just heard, I went from saying I wanted a new car, and once I get to the end of those whys, it really will all boil down to that I want a new transportation because of whatever that is. So we'll say that you want a Maybach. Yeah, we're going for the expensive car. So let's say you want a Maybach. You're going to dig into why do you want the Maybach? And if one of your whys is because of something that somebody else has, or because it's something that you saw you thought was cool because someone else is doing it, you want to make sure that when you're being clear, you are doing things that only you want. You're doing things that only you need, and only things that you desire. So that goes to us not taking things that are external of us. So any goals that you have are all from what you want. They have to be from your sphere. Only your sphere. So if you start getting to your whys and it's because of someone else, or it's because of this, or it's because it will make you be cool, you have to, once you continue asking yourself why, you'll understand that until you get to the core of your why, it's because it's going to make a better quality of life for you, then those are the goals in which you are really trying to attain. The ones that are going to give you a better quality of life, not better prestige, where you're going to show off for your friends or things of that nature. Because at the end of the day, that is not what's going to propel you forward. It might inspire your friends. It might motivate you to do more things. But you want to always come from a place of being fulfilled in you. And that's what it's about at the end of the day. You being fulfilled in you and having clear direction in that way. So as you are empowered towards getting that car. So let's say the car, the reason you want the car is because to get your kids and get yourself to work, you cannot get there any other way. And the car that you have is not going to make it. Let's say that's the why. If that's the final why, and you're empowered to get the new car, and you say to yourself, okay, then you start laying out the plan to get the new car. So let's say it's still the Maybach. Let's say that this is your dream car, and you're living and you are at the point where the car note is not going to strain you financially, or you're going to be able to pay for it outright with cash because you have set the bar so high that you have reached those goals, and at this point the Maybach is affordable. So now you're laying out the plan of the Maybach. You want to make sure that you line it all up, because you're empowered to get that Maybach at this point. So you're gonna research which one you want, the color you want, what the dealerships are, what are the interest rates, because you're making a plan to go get the Maybach. We're not just going to say we're going to get the Maybach and just go out there to whichever dealership and get it, because when you are clear in your actions, you're going to make sure that you are being fiscally sound when you're making the purchase. So we're not just getting the Maybach, one more time, we're not getting it for our friends, no prestige. We're getting the Maybach because we have worked hard enough in our lives that we can acquire this Maybach and it doesn't financially set us back any. And it's a reward for all of the hard work that we have put in thus far and growing ourselves. So you want to always, and I am a person of reward. You reward your successes, because that's what keeps you making more successes. So as I said, as a CEO, when you're sitting at the head of that table, because you're at the head of the table of your life, you're making decisions about your life. While we're getting empowered, we're going through the list and figuring out which one is the best deal, what's the best dealership, who has the best rating, and are they going to give me the Maybach? Am I going to 0 mile Maybach, or am I going to get a gently used Maybach? So you're making all of those decisions, and that's based upon a sound plan. So you make sure that you line your plan up. Now we're going to get to ownership. We're going to get to owning the Maybach. And at this point, went through you're clear that you're getting the Maybach and your why. You empowered, you to found a couple of places that sell the Maybach. And you've found an interest rate that is aligned with what you're looking for. You've already pre-qualified. And at this point, you're going to the dealership to pick out your Maybach. And you're ready to own the Maybach. And you get there and they tell you, hey, the interest rates are going to be a little higher. Because we'll just say your credit score isn't where they believe it needs to be. But you're in the 7s or possibly in the 8s. And they're saying this is on your credit, that's on your credit. We're going to own our direction. So that's no getting upset. We're going to own our emotions. Because at this point, you've made up your mind that you're going to get the Maybach. And you have put financial things in place where the Maybach is affordable and the Maybach is and your credit score is where it needs to be. And you'd already checked all this out. So you want to make sure that you go there pre-approved. And don't allow a lot of salesmen to try to trick you. You're getting ready to sign on the dotted line for your Maybach, whether financed or cash outright. And you tell the guy to get it cleaned up, get it all ready. And now you're in your Maybach and you're driving to your house. How did you get it? You were clear in your actions. You were empowered by your choices and you owned your direction. So as a CEO of my life, you made a plan and got the Maybach. And at the end of the day, that's what we're doing as CEOs. We're sitting in the driver's seat and moving forward in the direction of success. So you got the keys and you're ready. So until next time, I want you guys to be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You, CEO.